Hi there, this is Lexi Rodrigo from Magnetic New Marketing. In this video, I'd like to show you 3 ways that you can improve your screen capture videos. In the last year or so, I have been making screen capture videos every week, so 1 video a week. So I have made more than 50 videos in the last 12 months. And along the way, I've discovered a few, tweaks that we can do to have better screen capture videos. And I've noticed that even some of the more experienced marketers out there are not doing all these things. So I thought I'd just quickly make this video in case it'll help you. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, the first tip is to record at a lower resolution. The second tip is to remove unnecessary toolbars. And the third is to use your screen capture software's editing tools for emphasis and focus. So let's look at the first one. The first one is to record at a lower resolution, and that might sound counterintuitive because you want, of course, your video, your final video to be at a higher resolution and to be high definition. And let me assure you, you can still have a high def video in the end. But when you're recording, especially when you're doing a screen capture video on a large computer monitor, you need to record at actually a lower resolution, because in a higher resolution, everything is it's clearer, that's true, but all the different elements in your screen are also smaller. And you're going to have to experiment a little bit to find that sweet spot where you can record at a high resolution but still have your final video be high def. So in my case, I am using a 21-inch monitor, I think. And the sweet spot for me is to record at 1280 by 720. And you have to note, the proper, the proper ratio for having a high def video as your final output. Now to compare, I'm going to show you side by side what my screen looks like when it's recorded at 1280 by 70 versus the full resolution that my computer monitor is usually set at. As you can see, when I record at the highest resolution, which is 1920 by 1080, all the different elements of my screen are smaller than when I record at a lower resolution of 1280 by 720. Now, if I were recording in my laptop, I would have probably a different setting as well. So as I said, you have to find a sweet spot for that particular screen that you're using. And to make sure that your output or your final video is high def, just make sure to export using high def settings. Okay, now tip number 2 is to remove unnecessary toolbars. And this is when you are capturing screen from, let's say, a web browser. So let's look at, okay, this is Firefox now. And let's say I want to show you my YouTube channel. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of things going on here. So what I can do is to go to Toolbars and remove the add-on bar. Okay, so right away, so that freed up some space here at the bottom so you can see more of what I'm trying to show you. I can even remove the navigation bar, and so that will allow me to capture more of what's really relevant, or what I really want to show you. All right, and so let's go to tip number 3, and that is to use your editing tools for emphasis and focus. So here we are in my ScreenFlow dashboard. ScreenFlow is what I use for my screen capture videos, and you might be using something else, but I'm pretty sure the other software available out there for screen capture will have similar features. So what you can do to emphasize is to play around with all the different things that you have at your disposal. For example, I like adding a call out. So this emphasizes just what I'm doing. Okay, it shows where my cursor is and what I'm doing, and and it can blur out the rest of my screen, so that my audience will know exactly what I'm trying to show them, and eliminate distraction. What else can I do here? Oh yeah, there's screen recording properties, for example. So it will show what I'm clicking on, and you can even show what you're typing. So play around with the different features of the particular software you're using, and use that to make your screen capture videos clearer and more effective. So those are the 3 tips to better screen capture videos. First of all, record at a lower resolution, but export in high definition. Number 2, remove your unnecessary toolbars if you're capturing a web browser. And number 3, use the editing tools that you have for emphasis and focus. I hope those tips are useful. Let me know what you think.